your reactives. It's time for your daily roundup of all the latest news and entertainment. And today we're going to be talking about Zack Snyder setting the internet on fire once again. Let's do it. Okay, reactors, welcome back to the channel, The Nuclear Reactor, the reaction channel where all the reactions go nuclear. Before we get into this video, if y'all are a sports fan, go over to my sports channel, Ring Culture, link in the description. But back over here, Planet Nuclear Reactor, y'all know I believe every action deserves a reaction. And we are very, very reactionary. Make sure y'all like and comment down below. That's how y'all get me into the algorithm, and then I'll go get them. When my content hit them and fit them and sit with them. Subscribe and hit the bell notification so y'all can be notified for every time I upload, and I upload a lot. Share my videos and hype my page. Don't forget to hype the page. I need them hypes and them likes. So today we're going to be talking about Zack Snyder doing it again. Setting the internet on fire. We're going to read an article from Cosmic News. They always have these great interviews, and they keep their pulse on the daily events in the world of entertainment. And Zack Snyder has been on a tear for about 2 weeks now, just posting pictures of what should have been and could have been in his DCEU. Is it a coincidence? I don't think it is. I think Zack Snyder knows that Netflix is about to make a serious run at buying WBD, and that he is going to be able to finish his universe. Now, I'm hoping that him finishing his universe will have all the movies in between as well, like the Batman and Deathstroke movie we were robbed of. There was a Batgirl movie that they filmed and just shelved it. The management at WB has been terrible no matter who took the helm. And then getting James Gunn to come aboard, who is a mediocre writer, maybe a little bit above average writer, but certainly not somebody who can write a Superman film. To me, he's never made anything close to a masterpiece. My favorite project from Zack Snyder, my favorite project from James Gunn, I would probably say it's Peacemaker Season 1. But I gotta admit, once he came in and did the thing with DC, I stopped watching his products. I thought it was crazy. I thought it was slimy what WB did to Zack Snyder, what they did to Henry Cavill, and for James Gunn to come in and just reboot the whole thing, I thought was slimy too. So I have not watched anything of DC. Only the last installment, which was Blue Beetle, and now I'm hearing that Blue Beetle is actually going to be in the Supergirl movie because they're going through reshoots and they're going to put Superman in it as well. But even Peacemaker wasn't close to being a masterpiece. It was kind of stupid, but I liked it though. It was funny. James Gunn had that childish humor that is good for certain heroes, and Peacemaker really isn't in James Gunn Peacemaker the way he is in the comic book. He changed the character. But let's get into this article from Cosmic News. Cosmic Book News, I apologize. So it says Zack Snyder drops a new Henry Cavill Superman and Jared Leto Joker image. Zack Snyder has posted 2 more DC images, one of Henry Cavill as Superman and another of Jared Leto, keeping his surprise streak of Snyderverse throwbacks going strong. The Superman photo shows Henry Cavill on film stock, captured in Snyder's classic dramatic style. The Joker shot features Leto in his tactical Gotham SWAT gear, from the Justice League Nightmare sequence. Snyder simply continued sharing moments from his DC days, but the timing remains hard to ignore. I agree. Snyder keeps feeding Snyderverse momentum. These latest shots follow days of Cavill, Affleck, Batman, and Deathstroke images, all posted right as the industry confirms Netflix is exploring moves to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery. This is what I think is happening. I think Netflix told Zack Snyder that it's basically a done deal that they're going to buy WBD. Do I know that for sure? I don't know. I'm just speculating. The timing is suspicious. Or he could just be reliving old times. Who knows? We've been told recently that everyone moved on from the Snyderverse and that Snyder himself will only return for The Dark Knight Returns, a story built around older Batman and Superman. But Snyder keeps dropping photos anyway, and fans are convinced he knows more than he's saying. He's been working inside Netflix for years. Now Netflix is looking at WBD. Suddenly Snyder is posting Cavill again. It's not subtle. Seeing Leto Joker back to back with new Superman material only adds to the speculation. Snyder's Nightmare storyline remains unfinished. Joker was set to play a key part if that arc continues. The visuals remain unmistakably Snyder, gritty film driven and grounded in myth and bleak war-torn future imagery. Each drop pulls fans back into what made the Snyder era stand out. Something's happening or just memory lane. Is this Snyder simply celebrating his past? Maybe. Or considering the Netflix WBD developments and Snyder's return to posting DC material out of nowhere. Maybe he sees the ground shifting. At minimum, Snyder is reminding everyone that what his DC universe looked like right at the moment when the DC future is up in the air. And fans aren't just noticing, they're already campaigning again. I don't think the campaigning stopped. I think Snyderverse fans have always been, holding out, or at least boycotting the universe. I don't know why we calling it Snyderverse. I think people started calling it Snyderverse because they were trying to get a name to hate the DCEU. I am a huge fan of the DCEU, and when they stopped the DCEU, I was done with them. Zack Snyder is not the only director in the DCEU, which I keep pointing out in my videos. There were Patty Jenkins did a great job in the DCEU. James Wan did a great job in the DCEU, and for all the talk that James Gunn said about letting this be a creator-driven, director-driven DCEU, he tinkered with and interfered with James Wan Aquaman 2. He also tinkered and interfered with Flash. He took Ben Affleck's scene from Aquaman 2 out of the movie. So he was lying. Like, James Gunn lies a lot. He was lying when he said that. So this isn't about writers. This is about James Gunn doing things the way he wants to see them done. And if he doesn't like something, he's going to change it, just like the old regime did. And the old regime ended up destroying the universe. It's like it's like when people walk in a DC building, they get taken over by a stupid spell or something. Like, they just don't get that. Leave the directors alone. We got a movie, we got a Suicide Squad movie, which I loved. I loved the Suicide Squad movie. It made almost $800 million, but that wasn't even a movie that David Ayers did. He said they chopped that movie up. They butchered it. So Even with James Gunn, the same trend continues. Tinkering with directors' visions. So they don't tinker with. I bet you James Gunn wouldn't tinker with his own vision, but he'll tinker with other directors' visions. You know what I'm saying? So he does the same thing. And we have projects on hold now at DC. None of James Gunn's properties have done well. Even his Superman lost the studio $42 million. Peacemaker lost 40% of the audience as the season went on, and it didn't chart. And Creature Commandos also did not chart. So greenlighting something for a James Gunn universe would be foolish. We're also hearing now that the Lanterns TV show is on hold. Now, I've heard news that Supergirl's getting reshoots, and Clayface apparently finished filming. I don't know how true that is, but all in all, WB doesn't like money. They don't. Or at least when it comes to DC, they don't like money because they've continually made the wrong decision. The only right decision they made was starting the universe, and the universe started off strong, but apparently not strong enough for them. And when it did not meet Marvel, which was by that time was making $1 billion a movie, without them thinking that Marvel didn't even start off making $1 billion a movie, Kevin Feige had to study the shit and stay there. Yeah, the 2008 Hulk movie and Iron Man movie didn't make that much money. The first 5 movies in the DCEU outgrossed the first 5 movies in the MCU. And DC could not see it that way. It was absolutely mind-boggling to me that they couldn't see it that way. Not to mention, they never decided to look in the mirror and how they butchered up Batman v Superman. If you go on the internet and you'll see some reaction channels, people will be watching Batman vs. Superman, the Ultimate Edition. And all of them, to a person, says, why didn't they release this one in the theaters? WB, you want to know what the audience thinks? Go watch some of those reactions. Go watch people react to Zack Snyder's Justice League. People were calling it a magnus opus. WB itself called it a phenomenon, a global phenomenon. But when it comes to DC, WB don't like money. They only like burning it, which is mind-boggling to me. But anyway, let me know what y'all think down below, my reactors. Do y'all think that WB will acquire, do y'all think that Netflix will acquire WBD? And if they do you believe that the DCEU, i.e. Snyderverse, will return? That's where I'm at. But it'll be interesting to see what you guys think. Anyway, always remember, the pleasure will always be mine. The reaction, well, that belongs to y'all. I love y'all. Peace.